The Milky thing, I don't know. He's not in yet, okay? I've got an army of interns like chilling outside of his office, and like they're just sitting there playing games and stuff. Because Milky's not here. We can't start until he gets here.
How was it, day in the life of Milky?
I don't know, man. It's like, just asked me to do this video thing, and it's like, I've got 4 little dudes walking around following me everywhere, camera, microphone. It's like Pikmin in the office.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Up late last night or what?
Dude, I was here till like 11 o'clock last night working on that black footage.
Up late last night, editing too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
When do you do anything, man?
I actually don't know why they keep me here, but I'm glad they do.
Hey, we've been working here for a pretty long time already.
Yeah, what's it been, like 2 months? Almost 2 months, right? Something like that.
Everyone here is so cool, and like you come in and I don't know, I'm happy to come here. Like when I'm walking here, like I don't know, it's just good times, and like I'm not dreading coming to work, you know.
I like getting like the scoops before anyone else, you know. Even though our job is to put them out there, I love just like that split second before, you know, you hear like, oh well, the you know, Black's coming out and that's gonna be like a really sick game, or you know, Perfect Dark Zero is gonna be killer, or you know.
But definitely one person we gotta watch out for is Jason,
Yeah.
the king of the interns, you know.
Dude, the king.
King.
He's got us working pretty hard, man.
I don't know, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Nothing much.
You got that black footage yet?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we're gonna go to the burrito truck in like 15 minutes if you guys want to go.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna take care of this real quick though.
You serious? Yeah, awesome.
All right, we'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Dude, I think we get a lunch today.
Richard,
Yeah, dude.
what are you doing?
Nothing. Writing Naruto, okay?
You love Naruto. You like Samurai Showdown 5. I mean,
That's hardcore, okay?
like you like Street Fighter Third Strike, Samurai Showdown 5. What else do you like?
Non-scrub games, pretty much.
You like fighting games, right? Hey, you practicing for the Soul Calibur tournament next year? That's a real fighting.
No, it's not. It's a scrub game, okay?
Anyway, you've been a good intern, so I want to give you a present. Here, Merry Christmas. Tech. This thing is tech.
What is it?
Yeah. Stun Palm of Doom. That's Akira Bond Fighters Mega Mix.
Okay, what is Game.com, dude? What is that?
That's the system that thing runs on.
And what is it?
Game.com.
Dude, I don't have one. Is that mine?
No.
Come on, dude. Wait.
Dude,
Wait.
that's my only one, alright?
But you're giving me this and I don't have a Game.com system.
Well, find it on eBay or something. Anyway, have a good Christmas vacation. When you get back, Soul Calibur.
Thanks for being a dick, Che.
What's your name?
What?
What a surprise. Merry Christmas, Sharky. What's this?
So so we got Black, maybe a new level of Black a week ago, and it's the first game in months where, right when I saw it, before I even finished the level, I stopped. I put the controller down and I had to go find people and tell them about it. I went out and just started saying how incredible this game is, and then I came back, played a little bit more, and then I'm like, I have to go show Che this. I ran and grabbed Che, brought him back, grabbed Ryan, brought him back.
Well, it looked really cool at E3 too. It's just really nice that when it comes outside, wow, it can
Right.
do the same thing. The outdoor environments are awesome.
This is the first time I saw it. I didn't really see it at E3, but it just blew me away. Like, you can tell that the Criterion guys worked on it because the sound effects are spot on, the controls are spot on.
It's got those cool spark effects.
Yeah.
The sound effects are outstanding.
Explosions. Yeah. When you explode an entire like building,
Right.
in that end camp scene, it's just amazing.
You're given complete freedom. There's this little cave you could go through if you want to. You can completely skip that if you want to. There's like a riverbed you can use as cover. There's like a car that
Yeah.
you might not see if you come from a different direction. There's different ways into the base. There's like all
blow
of
that
this different
propane tank
stuff.
up?
Blow that propane tank
I
up
took a
and
wrong
see through
turn
fence.
the first time I played it through that cave. I did like a loop around the cave because I had no idea where I was going because I was playing so cautiously and like taking my time, making sure that it was clear before I went.
Games are almost synonymous with shooting, you know, guns are in almost every game. So what we really wanted to do was say, here's the movie experience of shooting and here's the real experience of shooting a machine gun. We're going to deliver it on a games console.
Well, you took on quite a challenge there because if you're just doing shooting, you've got to do that better than anybody else has ever done it. And you've got to make sure it's the one thing in the game, obviously, that you absolutely nail. Because you can't lean on anything else. I mean, you're not leaning on story, you're not leaning on character, you're not leaning on any of those other things. So what are the particular challenges of getting shooting right in a first-person shooter?
Well, so I guess the first point is it's not that we abandon everything else in the game. There's an awful lot of other stuff that goes into making it a good FPS. And that's, I think, the toughest thing in the genre is that you actually have to deliver on every level. It's not like you could just do shooting because ultimately people would just call you up on it and say, hey, it's a bit rubbish because you know, your environments look terrible or your graphics are bad or whatever. So what we really wanted to do was shooting and have that be our first kind of focus and then deliver everything else at high quality level as well. But to do shooting right, I mean, I genuinely think it's just down to focus. I think developers working in this genre haven't said, are we really getting it right? Do the guns look cool? Are they modeled right? Are they animating right? Do you see shells eject? Do you see the camera shake properly when you shoot the gun? And then is the effect of shooting as it should be? And I think that's the thing that's missing from most of the games that we've seen. So when you pull the trigger in black, you'll see destruction like you've never seen before in a game. So we wanted to be able to shoot cars and have them explode, shoot plaster and have it explode off walls, shoot wood and see it splinter everywhere, and shoot buildings and have them come down. I mean, this is our goal. Deliver the most destructive, intense shooting action you've ever seen.
Just the sound of the bullets whizzing by your head, the sound of all the different guns, it just sounds so good and right. And when you're shooting that gun, you know, it just makes it feel...
You know, I think it's the other end. So like in Medal of Honor, you're firing like the Garand, and you have that distinctive clip ping that comes out there, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. In this game, it's like the bullets hitting the body armor, and they don't sound like, you know, like they're hitting wood or something. You actually hear them like suck into the Kevlar. It's like, whoa, man, I just hit that in the chest. That's awesome.
So Red Faction came out, PS2 launch, was all obsessed with explodable environments. What happened to that? And it's only now that that's really coming back, and you realize this is important. Like next gen and going forward, this is going to be so huge. I love watching people play the game for the first time is because, especially in the later part of the level we're talking about, but to get indoors and you get to a window, you know, and you're used to, okay, I'm going to peek out the window, shoot out the window, and then peek back. And then you see like everything's rubble just starts nailing away, and you're like, oh shit,
the window's gone.
Shot away the wall,
you're much more
like
paranoid
next to
about
the
your
window.
cover now.
Yeah, so you're like, I can't just sit right next to the window anymore. You got to worry about, you know, and you're thinking about it with other guys too. If that guy runs behind that wall, you're almost thinking like, if I grenade that wall, will it actually blow up? You know, and sometimes it doesn't. It's not like, it's not complete in that respect. But more times than not, you know, it does. It's like, okay, that guy just ducked behind something wooden.
Yeah.
I should be able to shoot the hell out of that wood and totally chip it away, and you can.
Before
you
I figured out how to actually open the doors, I was thinking like, some guy was shooting at me from inside a building, and I wanted to get in there. So, okay, I can't really open this door yet, so I'll just throw a grenade right in front of the window, and it blew out the entire front of the
Blew the door off the hinges.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like...
It looks to me like you're pushing the PS2 about as far as you can push it.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to make... So we got a lot of questions before, why don't you do the game on next generation? Our goal is really to make something which is, you know, fresh and new, that people haven't seen before, deliver an exciting, innovative experience. And we'd have done it on, you know, the Xbox 360 or, you know, the next generation of PlayStation hardware if we felt like we needed to. But we've discovered that we can do it on this generation. And
if it's a success, we'll see it on 360 and PS3, or can you not say yet?
I can't say yet, but if it's a success, we'd hope to follow it up.
I was also impressed with the AI. The guys, you know, not only did they do the simple stuff that a lot of games still get wrong, like if they're walking with another guy and that guy gets shot, you know, they actually react, the second guy reacts to it. But they were doing a lot of stuff like, you know, coming up on me, they were retreating, using cover. They were doing a lot of stuff. It actually reminded me a little bit of Halo in their... You know, you have this open environment, take it whatever direction you want, and the guys are always reacting.
Yeah, they were definitely smart enough to flank. They were flanking us
I
in a
was
couple
hiding
of
out in the
places.
building, and I was concentrating on two guys outside. And I didn't notice the guy behind me.
Yeah, he circled all the way
Circled
behind
all
him,
the way
came
around.
through the building behind him, and was like in a position behind him to shoot him.
Yeah, this is the game that should have been called Gun. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
it is
Right.
like fetishizing guns. It is like somebody like
Yep.
it's fucking every part of the gun. That's
Plenty
the
of
loading
ammo.
screen is
Yep.
ammo flying out. It's the sounds, everything is like the reload animations. All of that stuff is just like
Official game of the NRA.
yeah,
Official game of the
exactly.
NRA.
But yeah, I'm definitely like really excited for it. I was excited for it before, but seeing this new level and like you say, the outdoor parts,
Hey, what's going on here?
they come from the future.
Well, I gotta give my boys their presents before they take off for the holidays. So cool for you. Is, you're the PC editor, so you get these virtual reality glasses.
Yes!
Yeah, get the wires.
This is how you operate on. I remember this is like a jeweler's device, right?
No,
No.
man, you play games with it.
You play games with this?
Yeah. And your present is really hard because you've got everything.
That's true. That's true.
You know, so the only thing you
I've
don't
achieved
have,
everything I have in life.
the only thing you don't have is this gun. It's this
Wow.
RE
Awesome.
Resident Evil Outbreak.
It's
file number 2.
Also a
gun.
T-shirt.
And I
It
love that
transforms into
game.
a T-shirt. It transforms.
Oh
into
wait,
a
no, I
T-shirt.
don't.
You guys already talked about the AI and everything. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The
Yeah.
Flame King. Okay. See you guys.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Oh man.
Hey, I just want to give you a present because we're all taking off for the holidays.
Oh.
And
Okay.
you have a lot of toys.
Okay.
So I dug through my collection to find you the perfect toy to add to your collection.
Awesome.
And it took me a while to find.
I love toys.
Okay. So here you go. It's an action figure, so in case you haven't figured it out. You can keep this guy company. But you can't open it yet
No.
until Christmas.
Really? Okay. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah.
This means a lot to me.
His head and his waist twist.
No twisting head and waist. This is this is worth the entire $1.99 special value. I really don't know what to say. Can you get a zoom on this? Look at this. But no, I really appreciate this.
Look how cut he is, though.
Yeah, nice cut.
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys! So we were just checking out the game. I was looking for things to, like chinks in the armor to kind of get at. The game's been delayed. I thought, well, maybe something's wrong with it, but it was great, and there's really nothing I can say that. There's nothing wrong with the game, and in fact, it's a lot of fun. Can you just tell us a little bit about why the game has been pushed back?
It takes a bit of time to optimize for what's happening. So we wanted to get a game that was going to run well, that was going to play well, and decided to take our time rather than just try and rush it out at launch.
So if you guys would have gotten it out, like say in November, you think it would have been probably a little bit more choppy or a bit rough?
You could probably see the same sort of things in October. We had the demo out. Then now we have a couple extra months to really put the final polish on the game. You'll see just a drastic difference between the top layer, the quality pass that goes in the demo, which really has all the innate fun features of the game, and then the final product.
You guys are coming out in February, right? So you guys will be in a time frame when there's not a lot of 360 releases.
Yeah, we're really excited about February.
I mean, what are you going up against, really?
All the other racing games that are already out there. Yeah. But at the same time, Full Auto is such a different type of game. Yeah. A Gran Turismo player isn't going to come to Full Auto and expect to tweak and tune his car that way. I mean, this is fun. This is destructive. This is horsepower meets firepower. Right. This is. I
like that motto, by the way. Did you come up with that?
No, that wasn't me. We don't really see any specific competition. Full Auto stands as almost a genre on itself.
is going on in the game, because why are we driving through these cities and why are we blowing them up? I mean, do you guys actually have a story? Have you guys attempted to write a story for this game?
We've kind of decided to pull back on saying, hey, there's some motivation for you having guns on your car and being able to unwreck just because it's so much fun.
Okay, so if I were to buy the game and open the manual, what would the intro paragraph say? Like, why am I blowing
horsepower meets firepower?
So it was Pseudo that did that XNA crash demo. So like, how has the game? I mean, how much of that tech is this game using from that crash demo?
All the technology you see in that is in full auto on 360 and more some.
So you have cars that deform completely. You have like pieces that fall off.
Exactly. So there's no smoke and mirrors. That's the damage that you cause to your car.
My favorite moments in the game are when you're just randomly driving down the street in the middle of a race, and it's just the entire screen is cluttered with like debris and smoke and like shell casings and buildings falling apart. I mean,
you're just amazed at everything going on. You see that one thing you didn't notice before, and then even you pop in a replay and you watch it 6 times over, and each time is something new. There's just so much more than...
I love those replays, by the way. I mean, I'm a total graphics whore. I love graphics. I love staring at just car models, character models, gun models, and this game, like, is almost made for the graphics whore. No, I mean, it kind of knows that it is really good looking.
It is so beautiful, and it's at 1,000 miles per hour. So the slowing down was the only way to really show, hey, this is really what's going on. And I think you could see that in the screenshots too.
Did you play much Project Gotham 3? Because
not as much as I'd like, only because I've been working on this little project.
Because you hate the competition?
No,
actually, because Project Gotham has a mode like that where you could just walk around the city in the replay, and it's gorgeous. And like people say, it's one of those games where because you are going so fast, you don't really notice all the little details that are there.
Yeah, it's a nice problem to be faced with in next gen.
Wait, it's Cord.
Cord's the producer of the game. Hello, Cord. Okay. All right. So if I say something I don't need to say, if I don't mean to say, I should just unwreck. Okay. Can I unwreck that? This is a just pure fun gameplay, and the thing you want to play over and over again.
My beer is foaming over with excitement.
That's
well, thanks, Tim.
Thanks very much.
All right, man.
Pleasure.
Hey, what's up, Kimmy?
Hey.
How you doing? I brought you something. It's chocolate, kept it warm in my pocket just for you.
This was already given to me as my birthday present.
Oh, that's what that is over there.
What do you want?
I just was, came by to say hi, see what you're doing over the holidays.
I'm going home to Hawaii to see my family.
Oh, Hawaii, that's great. I want to come. Doesn't everybody, run around butt naked, brown volcanoes, Jason. And what's that mountain? Kamanawanalia?
Yes, Jason. We run around naked all over the island. We don't wear clothes, and we live in grass shacks. And
Did
internet.
somebody say butt naked? What's going on here?
Yeah, Jason was just talking.
Hey, brought you guys a present. You're going back for Christmas, right? You can
Yep.
give this to your little brother.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
nice box.
Hey, so for one bad hat, give you another one. Merry Christmas.
This, Jason already wore this.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
yours. Sorry.
Yeah.
But no, for real, so this is your present. I'm giving you my Nintendo hand.
What is this, like a vibrator or something?
It's a hand that does not vibrate.
Touching is good?
Touching is good.
Alright, touching with the hand.
And for you, my young intern, an Engaged soda. The real thing.
What's this taste like?
Bankruptcy? I don't know. You try it.
Hey, I'll trade you. Another hand to touch yourself with? Touching is good.
What do you think of the two-stick fighting engine?
I have to say, if some people say it feels really well, I don't. Maybe I'm just not good at the game. I still can't get when I want to do a certain punch, I still can't wind up and do a certain punch.
I was having real problems with the because whatever. I mean, I don't know. I think just naturally you tend to I don't know if it's just conditioning from other fighting games, but you tend to scoop the stick a certain way.
Yeah, it's almost like you're doing Street Fighter Dragon punches in order to do those big punches, and I don't think half the people know how to do those.
So, up to the left is a straight, left hand, right? Up and to the right is a straight right hand. So hooks, it goes out to the side when you throw a hook, out to the side and arcs forward. Move your controller out to the side, arc it forward, it throws a hook. Same on left. Uppercuts, you kind of come down and pop up with it. So you go down on an angle and pop up with it, and you'll whap the guy. And those are the base punches, right?
I remember the first time, get that big wind-up punch and then all of a sudden it pops you in this first-person mode. That's boxing. I mean, that's the level we've never seen before, where it kind of goes into this, mode that you would imagine that's what next generation boxing would look like.
The haymaker, right, thrown the same as last year. You go out to the right with the hook, you pull back the power, let it fly, you're going to get extra power on the punch. Boom. This is a stun punch, right? You can go right from full-on health bar to, look how tired and hurt the guy is, right? And I can get in, he's about to get dropped down, a couple more punches, he goes down. So it's puts him from, full health bar, boom, right to he's about to be dropped out, right? And I think that's one of the great things about boxing as a sport in general is, makes it different from other sports. Yeah, it's our fabulous new super punch effect also. You can see all the face rippling going on with the big punches. You got that one punch ability to really change the fight, and we've never had that in our in-the-ring gameplay for Fight Night before. So this version of the game really wanting to bring that element to the sport, but really making those punches hard to land, right? So besides the flash KO punch, and get one big, yeah, there you go, nice flash KO punch there. But I'll give you a little man hug to get out of that. But then we've also, if you hold on for 1 second, I'll go land the big, the flash KO punch, getting boom, getting into this first-person mini game, right? So you land this one big punch now, and it gets you a first-person mini game from the attacker's perspective. You can really unload on the guy, and he's got all of his defensive abilities to try and get out of it as well, right? So you got the haymaker, which add extra power to the punch, the stun punch, which puts you into that few punches away from being knocked out. And then, the flash KO punch, which puts you into that first-person mini-game, so you can really focus in on just hitting him with a powerful punch and dropping him. And he's got full-on blocking ability, so he can get out of that game as well, right? All the punches, the impact punches, are hard to land in-game. They're tough to get based off just normal gameplay. If you see, even somebody as inexperienced and not good at our game as Shay, I need to have him stop playing, in order for me to land the punch, because they're hard to land from gameplay. You can see if I throw one of those punches, just such a big windup that comes, it's much more of there's a regular punch, and then get the big slow, looping punches so you can really see it coming. We'll get back and go start fighting more. But so the way we try and time it now is off the parries. I don't know if in our game, the blocking system, you can see he tried to land one, but if I get the parry, it throws him off balance, and that gives you the opportunity to land those big punches, right? But if you're just trying to wind up and throw those punches all the time, I can land punches on you while you're throwing them. I can get the, block in and counter it because it's so easy to see coming, and it really makes it a lot more high risk. But again, there's a big reward to it, much more than last year. So the top left trigger will switch your stance from southpaw and orthodox right in the middle of the fight. So, you're fighting, and it's you're always coming in and throwing a jab as your first punch. Or, you always come in and throw a straight right? And so then you can switch up stance. Once a guy has your block, your patterns down and is blocking you better, you can switch stance. Now this is your power hand, so you can start faking the right coming because they're always used to the right, and then dropping the power shot on them. So it really mixes up your style as well. So once a guy is more targeted on what you're doing, you're able to go and switch your stance up and start having punches coming at totally different angles. This year we're really giving you the ability now to customize your own style, and it's this is a nice innovation. Last year we had our Creative Champ where you could sculpt your character's body and stuff. All that stuff's still in there, but now taking it to a level where obviously you can change orthodox or southpaw. Also your base movement style. You can have a balanced one. You can have more of a speed fighter where his hands are down low, meaning the jab flicks out faster, but it's harder to get up and block, right? Each one has pros and, pluses and minuses. A good power style, a smooth guy style, the bully, which is much more of a power style, gives you good cross blocking and powerful punching, right? It's a more slickster style, or you got the George Foreman mummy style where he just walks around like this and it's really slow moving, but again, pays off more on big power.
Billy shell is great for your opponent to counter with, but if he doesn't lean with those punches well enough, you can tell.
I think it's pretty close to those PS3 demos they showed back at E3. Right. I mean, for me it was at least.
You know what? I mean, it's one of the first games that's really 360, what we wanted. I wish it wasn't Fight Night that was doing that.
I agree. I think it's almost if you're not a boxing fan or a sports fan, it's at least you have hope. After seeing that, it's okay, actually 360 won't be, just I won't be playing just Geometry Wars on it for next year.
Right. So as an example of what the technology can do, it's great. I would love to see maybe, I don't know. I mean, boxing just isn't. I mean, I've played all the Fight Nights, and just boxing just isn't something that I can see myself spending a lot of time with. And Kudo's going to be very upset here to say that, but I would love to see that technology applied to a different kind of fighting game.
I agree. I mean, can you imagine like a Tekken or a Soul Calibur or something like that with those type of graphics? I mean,
all that crap we heard 5 years ago about what the Emotion Engine was, and what it stood for, and what it would enable people to do, and the reactions that you can actually see on their faces, and you can see them, like, when you're beating them down, you can tell that you just by looking at them, you don't need any of the crap on screen.
You don't need any of that crap HUD.
That's
or any of that
finally delivering on that.
That's the big thing is like when you're beating a guy down, you actually see his gloves drop, or you like see him wince, and even like if you go in that first person mode when you get that big punch off. You actually can like see the guy snarl, like kind of his lip goes up, and you see him right wind up for that punch, and that's where you're seeing the emotion, stuff you never saw before.
I think that's almost more impressive. I mean, like the stuff like with the face kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's all slow motion crap. All nice cuts they do, but it's like the stuff where you can tell while you're playing the game, where you don't need like this little health mirror anymore to tell what's kind of going on. I think you're right. I think that's the biggest impressive thing about it.
Final proof that what they demo on a generation isn't delivered until the following generation.
Yeah. But still, it's like, you can see like all the expressions on the guys' faces. That's something else we're really pushing as far as like a next-gen kind of exclusive feature this year, right? So with all the detail on the characters on next-gen, we're able to do, a lot more with the emotion system. You can see like all the emotions that get across on the boxers' faces, but then also like, using kind of like procedural animation, how the guy's carrying his hands, how hard he breathes, what his body language is, to really kind of get, like a HUD-less game kind of thing going, right? And that's one of the things I've always hated about games is like, you got those crappy little 2D HUD graphics on it, like that shows the health and energy of the boxer, and we're focusing so much this year on like really trying to put you in the ring for the fight, like get you off of your living room sofa, boom, and in the ring to like keep your focus on the other boxer and use all the things that boxers in real life use to tell what's going on in the fight. How hard is the guy breathing? What is his facial expression like? How is he holding his hands? And using all those things.
The big thing about boxing is like what happens almost before the fight rather than at the fight. It's like I don't think they've taken that to the next level. I mean I haven't heard of like they're getting this guy to do voiceover or something like that. And that's really hard if it's a script like these guys. I mean, these guys are good because they are doing it all off the cuff. They're doing it like when they're all jacked up and their guys are sitting there talking them up, getting them all psyched up to talk. And if they got a script in their hand and they're I wonder how well it come off. And I know they're not even doing that. I mean maybe that's next year, but to like actually have that kind of jarring back and forth, we'll see. It's amazing as far as they've come. I think there's still so much more they can do. It's funny, like I watch certain elements of sports game, like real sports events, and like the USC Notre Dame game was this big moment at the end, and they're doing cutscenes. While there's controversial play, they're doing cuts to the coach, and they're doing cuts to certain players. You never see that in a sports game, and I developers have limited time. But that's the problem with doing annual update. You don't have that time to flesh that stuff out. Most sports are team-based games. That's going to be a struggle, but Fight Night has that opportunity to kind of, why Rocky movies are great, because you get that connection to Rocky. You have that main villain, Clubber Lang or Ivan Drago or something like that. They have that kind of developed.
Without question, I'd say that was a better round for Hopkins. As we recap the action here, look at how he just dominated that round. Awesome showmanship.
Hey, Greg. What's going on?
What's up?
You haven't been here that long, but you're like the quiet, steady intern.
Cool.
But I wanted to get you. I didn't know what else to get you because you're a big sports fan. So I thought I'd get you some sports memorabilia here. Except it's not quite the NFL. It's just a league.
That's cool, man. But what I really want is my Batman back.
What happened to your Batman?
I don't know, man. It's been gone since Friday. So.
Hey, I have another question. Karen's not here right now, but so I wanted to give her something. I know she's a big MMO player.
Yeah.
IGN says that it looks great and sounds compelling.
IGN's a trustworthy source, I guess.
I read it every day. Okay, I'll just leave it on this. Thanks. Merry Christmas, Karen.
Hey, what's going on? So wait, did you get Katamari for PSP yet?
Well, technically not. The Japanese one's coming in a few days, but they brought by the U.S. one a couple days ago.
When's the U.S. one coming out?
Early next year sometime.
I just figured I'd get the import because, you know, like...
Yeah, it's not going to be much different.
Yeah. I haven't seen it since we saw it at TGS. When I was playing it there, you know, I remember really enjoying it. I was like, fuck yeah, Katamari at PSP, it's super awesome. But then, like, I was reading on GAF afterwards, and I think, like, Vestal or something
Pretty much
was
everyone
saying,
disagreed
like,
with you.
yeah, the control is terrible, it's unplayable. I'm like, unplayable? I was playing it just fine. You know, at least at the time, I couldn't figure out how to do the quick turn, which is, you know, that's an essential part of controlling Katamari. And
Yeah, there's a bunch of little tricks you can do by hitting like directions and buttons at the same time.
Right.
So
it looks like Katamari, and it may not control perfectly, but you can play it. It's still Katamari. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous that people thought it was unplayable, because it's totally playable. It may not be perfect.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well, it's kind of like a lot of PSP games. That are ports.
Yeah.
Like they're not, 100%, but they're like 90%. They work.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about unplayable, the multiplayer mode is all different this time.
Oh, really?
So unplayable on the PS2. Like everyone hated the multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
At least everyone who's objective hated the multiplayer mode because it was basically designed for frustration. It was designed to make people have to work together rather than get to work together.
That's true, and also in the Japanese version of We Love Katamari, they actually had
Same
the
thing.
controllers on the bottom of the screen, like you could see what direction
okay,
your partner was pressing,
Yeah.
and they actually had to not put that in the US version because of some copyright issue. So like in the Japanese version, it's much easier to tell what your partner was doing, and thus it makes the multiplayer a bit more playable.
That's why everybody loves it.
What's up with this guy?
What are you guys doing?
Ryan's getting coffee.
Oh, you guys were talking about Katamari?
Maybe.
How's the soundtrack? That's what I want to know.
We've heard some stuff, but like they say it might change, so it's hard to like say whether it's gonna be good or not.
In this is the early version just using tracks from like the old games or something, or have you actually heard new music so far?
There was new music in the stuff they brought in the one they brought by, but I don't know exactly.
As good as the original soundtrack? I love that soundtrack.
It's okay. Yeah, we'll see.
So, are you taking off for Christmas, or what's going on?
I'm gonna be in town, but I'm planning to be away for a few days. We've done so much of the One Up show lately. I'm just like
You're sick
ready to go.
you're sick of One Up?
No, I love One Up, and I love the One Up show, but I'll be glad to put it aside for a week and a half and sit down with my 360 and finally play some games.
Yeah. What about you? You taking off?
I'm gone for like 2 days. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, listen, I got a just a little gift for you guys.
Oh no.
Well, because you guys have been working really hard.
That's awesome.
So,
Thanks, man.
So,
Such a great managing editor.
Totally.
Yeah. So for you, well, because you, not only do you edit the One Up show, you also write the soundtrack.
That's true.
So I wanted to give you some inspiration. It's the Perfect Dark Zero soundtrack.
Oh my god, this is awesome. You know that theme song that runs at the beginning? That's my favorite thing.
You just loop it all the time.
I loop
right?
it all,
Yeah.
like when I'm,
That's
go
right.
off and do something else, the music's just looping over and over
Excellent.
again.
Well, I'm glad you can put to good use.
It's great. It'll drive my girlfriend insane.
For you,
I hate music, so.
You do hate music. That's why I'm not giving you any music. But the thing flies too. For you, because we had such a good time at XO5 in Amsterdam, I thought I'd get you a little do-rag.
Nice.
Here, put it on.
All right, let me see.
There you go. Yeah.
I think it might be a little small.
Sweet.
There you go.
I think you should wear that for the rest of the day.
The rest of the day?
The rest of the day.
Okay, but speaking of PSP, have you guys played this?
Exit?
Oh,
we saw that at TGS, right?
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
Don't tell Jeremy I stole this off his desk. But I've been playing it, and it's pretty good.
It always looked really
takes
cool.
a little getting used to.
Oh, you played it too?
Yeah, I played a bunch at TGS, and basically, the main thing I noticed is that it's got so much animation that you have to plan ahead for things.
Right, you know what it reminds me of?
Prince of Persia.
A little bit of Prince of Persia. It seems like Taito wanted to do like an elevator action remake.
It does look like.
But then at some point they're like, instead of guns, why don't we have this guy be like an old school gumshoe rotoscoped animation?
Right.
When you
plan
run, you
all
like
your
you go.
moves.
You
One
can,
thing people have been confused by is it's totally more of a puzzle game than an action game.
Definitely a puzzle game. There are, people you have to rescue from buildings, and the people come in different sizes. So there's children, there's normal adults, and then there's like fat men and fat ladies, and each of them can do different things. So adults can, pretty much do what you can do. They can like climb up and down just like you can. Children, you'll have to help up and down as you go up and down levels. Fat people will fall down certain floors, but they can push really heavy like safes and crates. So that you can,
fat people.
Yeah, I mean what I do like about this game is that the sense of humor is excellent. Because you're like this old school hard-boiled noir dick. As you're climbing stairs and you're like hoisting yourself up, he's like muttering to himself like, God, these stairs are exhausting, or I'm getting too old for this. Or,
Oh, so is there voice acting and stuff?
Oh yeah, it's all English too. It's really import friendly.
Okay.
So there's hardly any Japanese in here.
Or you can wait for the US version coming from Ubisoft soon.
When's it come out?
Not sure exactly. Probably sometime next year.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Purveyor of artsy games.
I know.
I know.
They love
They love guns, guns and puzzles. Yeah.
There's all these sweet Japanese PSP games coming out. I can't wait.
Yeah, let's go. Anyway, enjoy your present.
Thanks.
And I know you'll enjoy yours.
You'll have to watch me.
Okay.
Have a good Christmas, man.
See ya.
Wait, another one just called? Okay, alright, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hey.
Hey. Just Milky, man. I can't believe it.
Dude, I heard about those interns.
Yeah, every single one of them complained.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So
HR
she's
is
really pissed, huh?
yeah. I'm gonna have to talk about this. This is, I don't know that guy. Like,
Okay, well, you take care of it.
all right. Dude, no.
Yeah.
What's the shit I've been hearing about the interns?
What about him?
No, I keep getting calls from HR.
About what?
Well, they keep stuff about you beating on them and like calling them names and whatever.
Yo, fuck those punks, man. They put the itch in bitch, okay?
Dude, but look. We could get sued over this.
I will punch every one of them in the Adam's apple.
Dude, all right, wait.
Right? You know?
Hang on, we gotta talk.
No. Well, I'm done talking.
What the fuck is going on in there, dude?
About the interns last week?
My interns?
Your interns.
Alright, I'm out of here. I don't want anything to do with this.
Whatever.
Look,
what?
Just have that letter on my desk.
You
on
still
Monday.
talking?
Just have that letter on my
what?
desk on Monday.
Oh, you'll have the letter.
All right.
You'll have the
All
letter.
right.
What? I thought so. I thought I heard an echo.
Hey, Jane.
Che, what's up?
Nothing. I got you a present.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It's the holidays. Yeah.
What'd you get me?
Well, you're a girl, right? You like girl games? Winks, pink. It's pink. Take it. No, I'm just kidding. Really, here's your real present. Your very own Gizmondo. I thought.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the real thing.
Che, I always knew you were a big fan of Gizmondo, and this one has smart ads. I didn't realize you could get these in the U.S.
Well, I had to order it, special order it online.
Oh,
so
Che, you're so
yeah,
sweet.
it's my only real present to anybody on One Up. So.
Wow, well
Yeah.
that really means a lot to me.
Well, you know, you've done a lot for the site, and you've done a lot for the One Up show. So I wanted to give you some real.
Oh, Che, you really shouldn't have. That is so sweet. Well, Merry Christmas to you. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
All right, cut.